Artistic Gamer 7, and welcome back to another speed build here on the channel. This is going to be a community lot this time around. It is a bar, which if you've been watching any of my speed builds, I'm mentioning how I'm trying to convert my whole entire main save into builds that are all mine except for like a few here and there. So I definitely need to also do some community lots, and when it comes to me personally, the bars and the nightclubs are the most common community lots that I use. So even if it's not 100% intended to be a bar, like the place that's actually right beside here is one of the speed builds I did in the past. It's actually an arcade, but it's in the Sims it's registered as a bar, so just to get people to actually come out to it and things like that. And there's, like, because, like, there is a generic option, technically, but I feel like with the generic option, they don't come to it as often. So, yeah. But anyway, so this is a bar, and I randomly, like, a lot of people have done stuff that was, like, tree house sort of type thing, so I definitely wanted to try the attempt to do something tree house related. But I decided that instead of, like, it actually being a house, maybe I would try actually doing a community lot based off of it. So this is the tree life bar. So basically you're up in this tree and, you know, that's where the bar is at, is up there. There is, like, the underneath of it is almost like a park type setting. And I think I actually did check at one point that if it had the requirements for a park. So technically you can put this one as a park as well if you would rather it be a park, and maybe you can redesign the upstairs to fit more of what you want to use it for. For me, it is like a park slash bar thing. So anyway, but I was like testing different trees. I didn't want to use the same tree for all of them. I think at first I went to go use the same tree. But if you have a big space, you're not gonna actually have just one tree holding the whole thing up. So that's why I have multiple trees, because I wanted to make it a big enough space that, you know, the Sims can move around, walk around, do different stuff. I have like a little dance area and things like that going on up there. But I wanted it to make sense. Like, basically how I try to do Sims and how I sort of imagine Sims is basically mixing reality with fantasy. That's sort of how I treat the Sims, and that's how I sort of personally like the Sims to be. So with that in mind, I was trying to make it seem like, you know, it made sense for it. And if you've ever seen like a real treehouse built, they always talk about how you can't put it like right up actually on the tree, so that's why technically it sort of looks like there is a gap or whatever. But I go and put those little braces up underneath it. You can't really see them unless you're from the underneath of the area where the bar and stuff is at, so it's not like a big thing, but it's like a little detail that I wanted to try to make sure that I included, because again, you're not gonna you don't want to put it too close, obviously, down towards the bottom. I had it a little bit closer to the tree than I did towards the top. But the reason why you wouldn't do that is because, especially the further up the tree you go, the more the tree is probably going to be growing and things like that. And you got to give the tree room to basically grow, and that's what you're wanting to do. So that's why you don't put it right up on the tree, so that the tree can grow. Now, eventually, trees a lot of times do actually grow to fit, like, the treehouse space and things like that, and sometimes you have to rework things in real life, but obviously in The Sims, I won't be going that too far in detail to, like, because one, the trees don't grow, so the tree won't get any bigger, so I won't have to change anything. But yeah, that's my whole reason for having, like, holes and stuff somewhat near some of the trees. If it, like, there's the main tree and then the white, like, birch tree, I put holes around it, and then I put braces attached to the trees and hitting the bottom of the walk area so that it makes it seem like it's actually braced up. And of course, there has not been a train go by all day today, and then all of a sudden when I do a voiceover, there's a train! Why? Anyway, just say hi to the train and then try to ignore the train, because the train just obviously wants attention. Hi, train! But yeah, so that was my reasoning behind that. I did want to try to stick with mainly, some browns and tans to try to go with more natural colors, because like a whole tree house and those sort of things, they're more of vibes of being out in the wilderness, nature, calming, all that sort of stuff. So I did try to stick with some of the more browns and tans in this build. And like I said, the bottom I end up using more of like a park-like looking area. The bathrooms are down at the bottom too. The only problem with that is that I was like thinking about while building it, but then decided not to worry, is that technically if you are drinking, now obviously The Sims, unless you have like certain mods, but even then it's not like crazily realistic. If you're actually drinking, you don't really want to have to walk down up and down stairs too much. But the thing is like I was thinking about that, and then I realistically thought a lot of the popular places to go drink where I live, there's not many like close, but within like the next county over, there is quite a few places because it's a college town, and most of those places actually involve stairs. Either you have to walk down the stairs to get to the place itself, or you have to walk upstairs to get to the place itself, or the bathrooms are like in a lower section or a higher section. So in reality, I realize that there's a lot of places when it comes to getting to and from them, and also getting to and from the bathrooms, there's a lot of stairs involved. Which makes no sense when you think about it, because a drunk person is easily going to fall down the stairs, more so than a sober person. Well, most people, but, but you know, yeah, whatever. So, just Sim's going to have to deal with the fact that they're going to have to walk down the stairs to go to the bathroom, because, again, I didn't want to put the bathrooms on the actual area where I have, like, the bar and all that other stuff going on, because, one, I thought it would take up too much room, two, I thought it wouldn't been as realistic, because if you see any sort of tree houses and things like that, even when they're meant to be like actual full-on tree house and have everything functioning in them, the bathrooms in them are usually very tiny or actually non-existent. So, because like they put like a little outhouse or something like that down below the treehouse, or it's very tiny. So considering this is a community lot, I didn't think it made much sense, and I was like, well, you know, if I'm sort of also going with it's almost like a park down towards the bottom, and you also I'm personally building this in Magnolia Promenade, because I don't use the retail things. Maybe eventually I will start trying to use them. I feel like the retail things are more of a story-based thing, which I do a lot of story-based things, and that's why I say maybe eventually I will. But that being said, it doesn't fully make sense. I don't have my Sims go shopping at it for experience, like for a actual thing to do, just because you can buy everything from build and buy mode. And again, story-wise, it's good, but otherwise, I wouldn't use it, and I could actually use more different varieties of community lots where I can actually, use them for stuff that the Sims would actually do and come to a lot often on their own, even when you're not playing certain families. So that's just why I changed all of Magnolia Promenade, I'm probably not saying that right, to community lots that were not the retail. So, and I am now building my own, so that's what I'm doing here. So this is where this is at to me, out of all the spaces I had left for where I was going to be putting community lots, because I already have a lot of community lots planned in my head. I just got to actually start like building them, and for all of them to make sense and stuff where I want to put different ones, this was the best place, because I wanted it to be like a nice pretty place that also had like some trees around it and looked like it was at least close by to something tree life, that it would make sense that there's this big tree in the middle of it. So that's why I chose Magnolia Promenade, because out of the places left for me, it made the most sense. I can't remember. I need to write down the lot sizes of these builds when I do them, or go and check them out before I do the voiceovers. But obviously, if you go to download this on the gallery, it will say the lot size, so you can put it wherever you want. But if you want to know, I did do build mine in my Magnolia Promenade, which came with the Get to Work expansion, if you have it. Now, I will admit, when I build, I don't exclude expansions, but you can actually, once it's on the gallery and you actually go to look at it, you can click to see what is in the build from the individual expansion pack. So you can see how much is from like seasons, or how much is from romantic stuff, and like all that stuff, though, you know, romantic, I think it's romantic garden, technically. But, you know, if you want to see what all is in the build that comes from different packs, you can see if you have like stuff to replace it with, or easily if it's not like a whole lot, or if you have CC, all those options and stuff there. I do need to try every once in a while to exclude certain packs sometimes, or try like a very few packs build or something like that. The only one I've closely done to that is my Strangerville one, which had Strangerville in base game only. But anyway, so, but most of the time I build with all of them because I want to. I'm like, it's more options that way. So, yeah. Meh. Anyway, back to the build. I don't remember, did I finish talking about another reason why? Oh, I did not. I got bound to where it was because I was talking about the bathrooms. But another reason why I decided to put the bathrooms down there, because I was like imagining that even though in Sims relevance, it couldn't be the same unless you were technically visiting the lot. But if you were walking by and there was these public bathrooms in what appeared to be like a park place, you could easily stop there to go use the bathroom if you had to while you was walking around Magnolia Promenade in this case. So, that was another reason I was like, yeah, putting it on the bottom makes more sense. And also, that way, I could also imagine, like, younger, like, people with families and stuff could easily stop there as well without actually having to go towards the bar section of it, because you don't want to take your children to the bar section. But, yeah, anyway. But that for the most part is gonna sum up. Oh, I hope I remember to change that fence, because there is one fence that is different from the rest of the fences. But I have got to notice that, right? I feel like I hope I fix that. Anyway, if not, I might go and check it before I upload it to the gal. Oh no, there I go. I fixed it. But yeah, so that's the basis for this. I did go with a lot with the floral, just again, because I was trying to make the lower section look somewhat more like a park. So it was a really pretty place to go and all that stuff. And then the upstairs section, you got sort of like this nightlife section with the bar and things. Obviously, when it comes to bars, you can go during the daytime too, but nighttime, evening is when bars are usually used the most. I am going to have this on the gallery for you to be able to download if you would like. It is going to be called the Tree Life Bar. I'm going to be using like multiple hashtags. I try to put quite a few hashtags, so I will definitely have like hashtag community lot and hashtag bar, because that's mainly what I'm going to use it as. But again, you don't have to use it as a bar. It is set up to where it can be used as a park as well, so at least I'm pretty sure, because I do add a swing set as well eventually. But, so it can function as a bar or a park. And again, like, if you download it and you want it to more focus on the park aspect, just change the upstairs, get rid of the bar stuff and things like that, and you can easily have a park instead of a bar. But I wanted it to be more like a bar setting for me personally. Also, I will be using the hashtags ArtisticGamer7. That will be on all of my stuff, and anytime that you ever, like, take one of my builds and you maybe change it, feel free to re-upload it to the gallery and use hashtag ArtisticGamer7. If I start seeing that people are doing that more often, I think will eventually make a series of, like, renovate my builds and stuff like that, and go through and see what changes y'all do to the builds and actually make videos on that. So if y'all ever do that, definitely remember to do that hashtag so that I can easily find it. But also, you can tweet at me or whatever and be like, hey, I renovated your build and all that stuff, so I know to try to look for it. But I do, like, every once in a while check and see if anyone's done anything. The only thing I've seen recently is someone had renovated. It was actually Ion Sound's build that they renovated, but it was from one of my monthly collabs that she had contributed to, and they renovated her build from that. So that's the only thing that I've seen that's popped up that wasn't a part of my monthly collabs or my builds themselves. So, but yeah, just always let me know, because sometimes the gallery is a little weird about that stuff. Sometimes I go to find things that I know should be there and they're not there, and I usually have to do some investigation to figure out why I can't find it. But yeah, I do hope you really, really enjoy this build. I think I'm going to play music for the rest of it, because I didn't have a whole lot of explaining to do in this one, or randomly go off on a rant. Who knows, I'm not done yet, so I might end up going off on a rant. This video is going to be less than like 26 minutes long, so it's not one of my longer ones because it didn't take me quite as a bit. usually what takes me the most part is usually decorating. I did have a bit where I was trying to figure out what exactly to do with the actual trees and stuff, but the decorating is where I go a little bit crazy because I go overboard with decorations, especially landscaping. I don't know what it is about landscaping, but putting the flowers and all that out, I go a little crazy with it and trying to do stuff. But who knows, that may be my background with greenhouses and things, so that might be what's going on up there. But let me know down in the comments below if you like this build and what is your favorite part about the build. If you could see yourself using this build in your own world, definitely let me know. I hope everyone enjoys it. Again, will be on the gallery, should be once this video goes live. I've gotten a little better at that, but I do forget here and there, or I'm like a day behind. So definitely remind me if it's not up on the gallery once you go to look for it, if you're wanting to download it and it's not there, definitely tweet me. My Twitter is down in the description below along with my other social media, so you can contact me on any of those and be like, hey, the tree left bar isn't on the gallery, could you like upload it when you get a chance? And I definitely will set like a reminder if someone sends me that. So, but hopefully I will remember. I'm definitely going to try to remember, but always feel free to remind me. All my other builds are up there as well, but my origin ID is ArtisticGamer7. This is the Tree Life Bar. If you ever forget that information, it will also be down in the description below as well. I think I'm going to try to start remembering, because I know that you can go and get links to the downloads from the origin site. I mean, not the site, but like the gallery site. And I don't go on there very much because I just usually go into the gallery from the actual game and not through the internet. But I think I'm going to try to remember to start doing that so I can put the link down there as well, so it goes maybe a little bit quicker. And for some people who have a hard time with the gallery, that also would help a little bit. So I'm going to try to start remember doing that as well. But anyway, I say anyway a lot. Like I feel like I've moved from saying too much. Like I still say it. There's no doubt about it that I still say it. But I think I've started running into saying but, so, and anyway more than now. So it's like I get rid of one and start making others to let my brain process. That's what's going on when I say those words. My brain is like processing like, wait, we knew what we were saying before we started, but I've completely forgotten everything now. Let me think. Sorry about that. So, anyway, hope you enjoy. I'm gonna let music play for the rest of it. No, all that YouTube goody stuff. Make sure you subscribe and everything, and enjoy the rest of the video. Screenshots are towards the end so that you can also see those. And I'll see you in the next one.